Yo friends! Thanks for tuning in. NiceToReevU here, back at it again with two new figures from the amazing world of Nintendo line from Jakks Pacific. And today we will be looking at the brand new Super Mario Odyssey Mario with Cappy and Propeller Mario from the series 3-1, aka Wave 13. And I'm just so happy to have these guys. So depending on where you decide to pick these up, they retail for $14.99 plus tax, but I picked mine up at EB Games in Leduc for $13.49 with the Platinum Edge loyalty program. So with that being said and out of the way, let's take a closer look at the packaging and then check out the figures. Okay, so I think we're gonna do Propeller Mario first and save the best for last because I can't wait to open Mario Odyssey here with this Cappy. I really want to do some experiments with this Cappy. Ooh, I can't wait for that one. So, yeah, let's, in terms of packaging, this is very standard right here. As you can see, we have a preview of the figure and the very bland, boring coin accessory. So we're just gonna go ahead and flip this over. And as you can see here, we have, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that ugly Mario. Wow, I'm glad mine didn't turn out like that. Oh, I'm so glad the final product didn't turn out like that. That is like crazy. That is an ugly Mario. Anyways, all of the other figures in this wave here, as you can see, we have Mario Odyssey with a Cappy, Propeller Mario, another Koopa Troopa, which I don't know why they did this. Even the Shy Guy. I have those, so I didn't pick those up. I did pick up the Luigi. I have so many Luigis. The only thing new about that is the shell, but I'm not going to do that in this review. So, yeah, that's everything in terms of packaging. So let's break this bad boy open. Here he is, guys, Mario out of the packaging, looking sweet in his propeller gear, almost as if he popped right out of the new Super Mario Bros. Wii. Am I right? So, I like the design of this, but the figure itself is just your average World of Nintendo figure, unfortunately. And like I said, the costume power-up comes from the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, sorry about that, released way back in 2009, almost 10 years ago. Wow! And to think they finally just made a toy based off the game released almost a decade ago is just insane when you think about it. In terms of paint apps, everything looks to be spot on. So very well done on that, Jakks Pacific, very well done. We got the red going all around. And we got the big M on both sides of the helmet. Got the yellow propeller on top. The white stripe and the two black stripes over the belly to symbolize the end of the jacket or else his belt, I'm not really too sure. Got some blue shoes this time around with the white at the bottom. I'm not sure if we got that before in any Mario figures. At least I don't remember. This would be my first time having a Mario with blue shoes. So that's quite unique to have. So when it comes down to sculpting and articulation, it's nothing we've seen before, with a few exceptions like the whole head obviously, and the hands, which I believe are new sculpts entirely. Because when we have this Mario who has just a plain flat hands, as you can see, they're just plain flat hands, and him, there's just a little bit of personality going on in his hands. You can see they're not completely straight like this Mario's hands here. And then we got the fisted Mario hand. Just one second. There we go. Power to the people. So, yeah, those are, I believe, our new hands. I don't remember getting a Mario with those hands before, so that's kind of unique. And he can do the splits way more, so you get a little bit more movement with his legs down there. But in terms of articulation, everything's basically the same as your average Mario figure. And here's the downside of this figure. The boring coin accessory, which we've seen countless times before with many other Mario figures in the past. Like, come on, Jakks Pacific, how hard is it to sculpt a mushroom with a propeller on top of its head? I mean, I think I speak for all other World of Nintendo collectors out there when I say, we don't want coin accessories. Gosh. Now it's time for the main attraction. I cannot wait to open this up, so I'm not going to bother doing the packaging. The packaging is basically the same as the other one, so let's just go ahead and crack this guy open. Okay guys, here he is, Mario with the Cappy accessory out of the packaging, and he is amazing. An entirely new sculpt all around. Everything about this figure is new and fresh. Wow, just wow, Jakks Pacific. This is the world of Nintendo Mario figure we've been waiting for. So paint apps this time around is pretty basic with a few minor added details, which really make this figure stand out from previous Mario figures we've gotten in the past. Like for instance, we have these little buttons that are not only painted but sculpted as well. I'm really liking that. As with the other Mario figures, we do not have that. There's just nothing sculpted or painted there. It's just, oops, my bad. It's just pretty cool how Jakks Pacifics went above and beyond to really make that extra detail. It really just makes it stand out from previous figures in the past. Okay, so now the sculpting on this thing is pretty darn crazy. We have the jeans here, well, let's just say the overalls that have this denim texture to it, and it really does feel nice, and it really does just make this figure stand out, like I said. It's just crazy that Jakks updated their tired old model. I hope. The overalls, I really do like it. It just, you know, I like them. And the gloves also have these little seams that you can see all around the gloves. And let's not forget Mario's do. Now let's just check out his do there. I'm loving Mario's do. The sculpting on there is just fantastic. Just all around, it's just fantastic. I'm really liking that. Okay, so when it comes to articulation here, basically the upper half of the body is basically the same. You can see him in his T-pose here. That's as high as I can get his arms to go. We can get him to reach up this high. And I don't know if you noticed this, you probably already did, but this arm seems to be shorter than this arm. It's kind of a little weird. He can look that way, right. He can look left. Can't really look up and down. He can't really kick forward. He can kick back about that much. You got the hinge in the, you got the joint in the knees there. But he can do the splits that much, which is actually quite cool. As like I said with the other ones, we're gonna try the open-handed Mario. He can't really do the splits that much, so that's kind of cool that he can do the splits a little more. And that's basically it for articulation. There's not really much going on here. Alright, so Cappy is obviously Mario's accessory this time around, and I love Cappy. I'm glad they did this. I actually have a Cappy of my own. See? I love my Cappy. So if you're wondering if Cappy fits on top of Mario's head, unfortunately it doesn't. It can rest on his head and it looks okay like that, but it can't really fully fit on top of his head because of these two hairs. These two hairs he has kind of poking out in the back there. But we're going to go ahead and see if it can fit on some of Mario's foes. So that'll be a fun little experiment to do. So let's go ahead and do that up. Alright guys, here's the lineup. We're going to go ahead and try Cappy on every single one of these figures, plus a couple others. So let's get right to it. So first up, obviously, we have the Goomba, which it looks actually pretty cool. I had to go ahead and do the little mustache effect myself because, you know, I just thought that'd make it, you know, all the more Super Mario Odyssey effect. So yeah, I'm really liking this. It's pretty cool. Like, he actually does fit on top of most of the villains. Well, not most of it, but some of the villains. And next up we have Koopa Troopa, which looks pretty funny. Now, it doesn't really totally fit on his head, but I thought it looked pretty funny. So, that's Koopa Troopa for you. And here's Lakitu with the Cappy hat on, looking pretty sweet. I do like this one. He just looks so cute and so awesome. I like this one. I think I might just keep Cappy on him. And here's Boo with the Cappy hat on, looking like Mario, as if he got captured in Super Mario Odyssey. I really do love this Cappy hat, man. It almost goes on anything. And here's Cappy on a Shy Guy with the Mario mustache. I can't remember if you can capture a Shy Guy in Super Mario Odyssey. You guys would have to comment below. I can't really remember, even